All right, guys. I believe this is 8-4 to 8-6 of 2023. So August 4th to the 6th. I made a note on this video that there were two $97 wins, which is huge for me. Probably that'd be one of the larger documented wins in my history, if that's true. And this video is about 50 minutes long. So this is going to be a morning session. I was wondering if the guy had King Queen. No, that worked out. That was more my concern. Not that I had a lot to be able to gamble with after the flop anyway. Sometimes a guy does have it. I always felt that position was important, but I think as you improve, it becomes importanter. Um, Being out of position is a real disadvantage in terms of the information you're giving the other person. And that was a risk. I was the second person to go out, probably. Well, unless it was a 27 player, maybe it was 18. I don't know. I was out of position, so putting it all in means the guy's got to make a choice. I could have drawn to a straight, which I did not in that case. My beard hairs keep getting stuck in the microphone. Yes, I said it. Oh boy. Oh man, you drew to the king. There's such a wide range of stuff he could have. I was really concerned just about two pair, queens and jacks, something like that. If he didn't have an ace, why was he even in the hand? Ace and a queen, two hearts. You have two callers after. You still have the potential to draw to another jack or 10 for the boat. And you got a call. Remain calm. Remain calm. I don't know what he had, but awesome. Yeah, that position where I'm in late position, we've got a limper. You want to bet to put some pressure on, but with a hand like ace queen, it's kind of this. Now what? Ooh, that was what I was afraid of. Well, apparently, according to my records, somewhere in here we win. So this goes on to the fifth. So we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to think of combinations. Like there is a pair on the board, so pair of sevens. Could be a boat. I didn't suspect it because of the betting sizes, but I was wondering what I was going to do here, and I don't really like the jam. My concern isn't number two, but people after. We did, just catch a great board, but um, I don't know. I I think it also depends. Some of the stuff that you're seeing is like situationally dependent of what's going on at the table. I would definitely call that. What you want is an eight. You really want to seal the deal. You do not get the boat. Not major betting. I mean, if he had ace 10 or higher, wouldn't he have actually bet before the flop? Like, would he have just limped in? And I think that's the right way to go. If he went crazy, you could think about it, but you took a decent pot with ace 8 suited. Out of position, it's advantageous to get involved in hands like this with middle pairs, small pairs, trying to catch a three of a kind just like you did. I was hoping he would have bet. The 150 is also tentative. It looks like okay, I'm out of position. I'm going to bet a little bit, see if they let it go. He fights back at you. Now what? Well, he had the same idea. It worked better for him. At the stakes I'm at, you can't worry about that. It's just part of the game. My game is better than ever, and I took a series of. I went down by about $100, and I've won 50 back just yesterday and the day before. Some of the losses, if you think about it as luck, I think it's challenging. It's actually better to think of it as variance, just like changes in the math over time. You know, how many times you're going to flip a quarter and land heads up, tails, you know. The things I remember having conversations with like Steve Brust about is over the course of time, people are equally lucky at the table. It matters how you play the cards and the size of the bets, you know, that makes the difference. In other words, I fundamentally believe that poker, especially Texas Hold'em, I don't know other games. I've never really played other games at all. So I don't know stud or, you know, whatever. Nice. Yeah, don't limp that. um, it is a skill game. I remember them saying that in a rounders. Oops. The reason I'm so obsessed with it is much like martial arts or a sport. I feel like it's a game of self mastery. One of the things I've enjoyed in the last couple of months, even though my bankroll hasn't grown substantially, I've kind of plateaued for a year almost, probably. I lose and then win back and lose and keep going. Um, is it's a game of self development, and I've gotten nimble in the last couple of months. I'm just able to play such a wide range of holdings confidently, out of position. I have a better idea of what guys are doing at the table, and I lose. I mean, I'm taking more risks. I'm playing loose, right? But there's just tons of options, just tons of potential for the play. The variance is still there, and you're getting involved more often. What does he think there? Does he think it's a pair? I don't know. I don't like that as much. I think I should have made a smaller bet there. I think that pushed everybody out. Even though it's potential, I wouldn't. Ooh, four-handed with a limp. Ooh. Was I worried about number one going berserk? I don't particularly like that I limped into this. If 12 had just a four and a five, would he let it go? And same thing, the limp. I would have absolutely with the jacks, even the queen jack. I would bet that pre-flop. If I run into an altercation, and this is why, if I had queen jack, I bet before the flop. This we wound up. He called. Now what? Because he doesn't always have a king, and he's afraid that I do. Now, if he had an ace, he would still be good. Give it my hand. Better. 35 minutes left. Ooh, why the min bet? Man, I don't even. Yeah, I don't really like the way I played that, even though it worked out really well. You turn king queen into a pot of gold. And I'm surprised he just checked on that. Or, ooh, all right. What did I do here? Did I just call? Ugh, that would have been epic if I would have, but I didn't want to get into an altercation with number 22. And we said that I make number one here, so whatever I do, I get the lessening of anxiety that comes with recording the fact that you won. It's rough here if you lose, but a lot of outs. Oh, and I got one. Wow. Um, I don't know how to categorize my heads up play. I don't think it's stellar, but I don't think it's horrible either. I think for the looseness with which I play, I think it's the one where I'm most likely to take risks, and going back and forth in heads up play is easy. It's just super volatile since it's just the two of you. I do like small bets, two times the big blind here. Um, he felt a little confident with his holding. I'm willing to let that go, even in position. Not a whole lot to battle with there. Got the simples today. 31 minutes. At this stage, you feel like you're just kind of feeling each other out. Little changes, blinds here and there. You're about level, so the amount of risk you want to take is, oh, excuse me, is variable. I was hoping for a 9. That did not work out. You see how he slowed down and only put in 6. It's like I don't think he has something great. Yeah, but it's like that sort of thing is that's more me calling for information just to get an idea of what he's playing with. And then raising from the big blind. Um, I'm not sure rules, I guess, in heads up play. It's like you don't want to get a guy to be trigger happy where he's just willing to jam unless you have something amazing that you think is worth it. Like if he's crazy and I bet 1,200 and he jams all in, you don't want to call with 5-8. So, well, if your flop is that, it looks pretty good. Now slow play him to death. Does he bet? He does. Calmly call. Okay. I don't suspect ace jack. I think he would have defended that or played in the beginning. I definitely think that's a goad. It's like, will he call that? He does not. That's a stellar hand. Super lucky. Now this, if I just bet raise to 1,200, what does it do? Because you could have easily had like Jack 10 or Ace Jack or something. You just wanted to, raise it up a bit. I don't mind the more like I want to say passive play limping in even with a pair of sevens. There's so many cards on the board. Him having a 10, the 10 is particularly problematic in a number of ways. Yeah. But it was still a small pot. It wasn't like, something we went crazy over. I'm actually surprised he didn't bet at that a little more. Gut shots like this, I would have been willing to have like put some money in, to put some chips in, hoping to draw to the 5. And I would call this just because if you drew that 5, it would be pretty. Yeah. No ace, no king. Wow. Yeah, just 1,200. Don't go crazy. Um, and if he folds to a 2 times the big blind bet, what do you start doing? You start betting 2 times the big blind. It's more lucrative to steal from the button because you're getting the big blind each time, and just calling. Now, of course, anytime an ace falls, he wants you to believe he has an ace and makes a crazy bet, but I still feel like I'm feeling out the opponent as we're playing. This feels him out, and he got into fold just from a small bet. He could have easily had ace jack, ace queen, something better. I don't know. That could have gone different ways. I wonder if I should have just called that just to see. I mean, he could have an 8 and just catch an 8, but who knows? See, I think that's a little premature. I think that would have done better just with a bet. You want to see some cards with that. If he had an ace, he likely would have called. Absolutely call. Good God. Hey, we waited him out. All right, 97-20. I don't think this is the first time I've documented a win that big, but 2 days in a row, man, that's 180, no, 194? Is that right? Anyway, 97 and 97. So it'd be 200 minus 6. So yeah, 194. 25 minutes left. Why the check? I mean, somebody could have AK trying to draw another card. The problem is there's a spade flush draw on board. I'm wondering if five folds, do I actually bit raise or do I just call? Guy could have two pair. Nope. Wow. Definitely think I should bet something here. Now, if he had a weak ace and he called, I would be so far ahead. The little tentative bet, he could draw to a flush, but I think it's worth it. There you go. Um, I don't think, yeah. It's like, and that's the thing. I think I could have built a bigger pot out of that. The question is what six had that he would actually try to defend with. It drew to a glorious hand, but we got 23 minutes left. Yeah, I mean, I have a dude out of position with kings. I drew a glorious flop, but like no nothing pre-flop. Now they got to be asking. Because I don't think they'd put me on kings. I don't think they think I would have played it that way, which is sometimes why lumping can work. At least in my case, I lose to guys doing that because I can't see it because I wouldn't usually play it that way. I think from the big line, I'm most likely to have Jack 10. Wow. See, I've changed this. I don't. Not saying I would never do it, by the way, because then you'll see me later do it and ask why. But I would usually make a standard bet from first position with middle pairs. I find it to be lucrative. You're only going to hit about 1 in 8 times, but if you've got enough of a stack, it does make a difference. How often is a guy going to draw his spades? Oh yeah. Now you see, sir. What a glorious hand. Ooh. Holy moly. 20 minutes left. What a hand. Really great. You've on the board. You got top pair and a great draw. It's a gut for the 7, but I would definitely call that. Nines and threes. I think it's unlikely that he was betting with a 3. What is his final bet? If he checks, I would just check it down. I don't think it's worth, but I think it's worth that call. Ooh, 3 and a 5. Man, I did not. Ugh, that's ugly. Real ugly. Apparently, I turned the tide at some point, having taken first in this one. Um, I think I was losing on chips there. Playing back at him is okay, but I think it might have been better just to see a flop. King 10 is so weak afterwards. What do you do? It's a great board. I'm assuming we're about to double up here. Yeah. He could have drawn to his boat, but uh, I think his higher boat with a 9 is unlikely. Put the edges on him. What's he do here? Yeah. 16 minutes. There you go. Bet back on him just a little. Definitely call. Improved, but yeah. Yeah, put a little bet in. How does he respond to this? You have the absolute bottom pair. Min bet for a 3,000 pot. Phew. I don't know. I think right there I might have made a bet. There were a lot of potential draws. You could get a spade flush draw, 4 and a 7. Didn't work out, but it could have been a straight. He's not wanting to call jams, so 13 minutes. Ooh. I might be ahead on this one. Now the challenge is with no bets, how do you get him to put it in? Do I take this? Wow. Wow. If he jammed, I would call. There's so many hands he could have that would be better than that, but you got an edge now. Whoa. With a pair of twos, good lord. That sucked. Slightly outgunned. 10 minutes left. Yes. Absolutely. I like that better than the jam. 3-4 suited. Ooh. Ouch. Oh man, that's risk taking. We almost took it, but oh, 9 minutes. Do I bet? There we go. You don't know what you got. You don't want to lose his lead. You're in the button. You're in the power spot. The driver's seat. Definitely think it's worth a bet. He's as good as heads up play as I am, which is to say, not great. Does he bet like two times the big blind? Man, I was hoping for a five. Super ugly, just didn't connect at all. Suited gives you a little advantage. If he went crazy, you could let it go, but does he just call here? Yeah. I think it's likely that you're ahead. He could have called with a jack. We'll see what happens. You could have sixes, could have sevens, could have two hearts, be on a draw. 5 minutes left. Hey, quite lucrative. I'm not sure what he was playing with, but I was confident enough to scare him away. Bottom pair. Does he let it go? Ooh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Looks like it's death by 1,000 cuts. The concern is that he has an ace, not necessarily that he hit. Um, yeah. I think given the situation and how conservative he is, that's a good way to go. Oh, a jam. He'll jam when he gets a little cornered. I don't think it's a good idea to call with that. 3 minutes left, so I assume it's just the tail end of this. No tournaments afterwards. He's been conservative. I think a standard bet. I think that's a better play. It's pretty weak holding. We go on break, and then right back to it. Um, yeah, I don't like his encouraging him to like jam. I think it's a better idea to try to like, see some flops with marginal hands to see if you catch something. He's conservative enough when he jams. I'm concerned he actually, has a hand. No, I guarantee you don't think you have a six. Minute and a half left. It's a great hand. Tons of draws. You got a 1 in 5 for the queen or the 7. One minute left. Uh-oh. I think this might be it, folks. Does he jam it? Does he have a jack? I think this is a better way to goad him. Yeah, don't play back at him. Just see if he jams it in. Oh, yes. $15. There he goes. I'm pretty sure you're ahead. You got a boat, man. Oh, 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 oh. Epic, epic heads up play. All right, 297.20 wins. So pretty good. Let's see, 97 we did this before. Don't worry about the 20 cents, but $97, it was twice, so it's 200 minus 6, so 194. 194 in wins is pretty good. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I think I'm going to take a break and finish up my coffee, figure out what I'm doing today. Hope you guys are enjoying. If you have any comments, just leave them down below. Happy to chat, and we'll continue documenting the process. It is technically the 4th of May, so yeah. We are recording stuff from August of last year. So we'll keep updating, and I'm releasing 3 or 4 tournaments or hand analysis videos per week to go ahead and catch up slowly with no end in sight. I'm going to continue to grind, continue to play. The real goal is to break 1,000. I'm at 650 right now, so even just a couple of $100 wins would put me at 850. So getting closer and closer. Hope you guys enjoy it. Talk to you soon.